Welcome back to Nepean High School for the final in School Reach 1991 on Maclean Hunter Cable TV. We're happy to bring it to you here as we wrap up another season of School Reach, and our two teams for the final are Nepean and Lisgar, both of whom have won semifinals earlier tonight. So let's get right into our game, and before we go, I'd like to ask the teams to introduce themselves once again, remind our viewers of who's playing. Nepean?
Jacques Podar.
Brent McCormick.
Ian McLeod.
Chris Sturparn.
All right, and Lisgar?
Ian Brody. Yancey Craig.
Jyoti Kumaran. Angela Logan.
All right, good luck to both teams as we begin the final in School Reach. And we begin, as always, with some snappers. What in degrees Celsius is absolute zero? Ian?
Minus 232.
No. Nepean? Jacques?
Minus 243.
No, it is minus 273 degrees. What is the name of cloth made from the hair of the Angora coat? Yancey? No answer. Nepean? Ian?
Cashmere.
We're looking for mohair. Who was the British Conservative Party leader before Margaret Thatcher? Brendan?
Edward Heath.
That's right, for 10 points. And what is the distance in feet between bases in a baseball diamond? Yancey?
90.
90 feet it is. These questions are all on Aboriginal peoples. By what name are the Aboriginal people of Japan known?
Ainu.
That's right. The native peoples of North and South America are supposed to have arrived via a land bridge. Angela?
Bering Bridge.
What is the name of the existing strait?
Bering Strait.
That's right, Chris. And by what name do gypsies call themselves? Ian?
Romany.
We'll accept it. Roma or Rome. Zoology now is the subject. What primitive vertebrate is the ancestor of all fish? Angela?
Lamprey.
That's right. What are the only fish to possess prehensile tails? Angela?
Sharks.
No. Ian? Ian?
Eels.
I'm sorry, it is seahorses. And the order of mammals boasts this order of mammals boasts the most species. Angela?
Rodent.
That's right. Our first scramble now. Team question for 5 points. This question: what is the name of the long, skinny South American country that borders Angela?
Chile.
Chile it is. And these remaining questions all deal with Chile for Lisgar. What was the name of the repressive military leader who controlled Chile between 1973 and 1980? Ian?
Anastasio Somoza.
It was Augusto Pinochet. On what metal is the majority of Chile's economy based? Angela?
Nickel.
It is copper. And in the North Chile, what is the name of the desert known as the driest place on Earth? Jyoti.
Atacama.
That's right, for 10 points. Back into open competition for Nepean and Lisgar now. We're looking at questions dealing with science in 1905. Who introduced his special theory of relativity? Brent?
Albert Einstein.
That's right. In 1905, Ernest Starling introduced what term for substances secreted by endocrine glands? Angela?
Hormones.
That's right. Also in 1905, Edward Zerm performed the first transplant of what eye part? Brendan?
The retina.
No. Lisgar? Angela?
Cornea.
Cornea it was. And finally, Einstein also analyzed what type of motion in 1905 in order to prove the existence of molecules and atoms. Brendan?
Linear motion.
No. Lisgar, any answer? Angela?
Electron.
It was Brownian motion. These questions now deal with the Volkswagen Beetle. Whose consulting firm was commissioned? Brendan?
Benz.
No. Whose consulting firm was commissioned to design the Volkswagen Beetle? Lisgar? Yancey?
Porsche.
Porsche it was. Although the car commissioned by Adolf Hitler became known as the People Car, or Volkswagen, what did Hitler originally want to call it? Angela?
Hitler's car.
No. Ian?
The Heikwagen.
It was the KDF wagon, for Kraft durch Freude, or strength through joy. Kind of motto of the Hitler regime, I guess. Here's an assigned question now, dealing with Shakespeare. The following questions are about famous Shakespearean lovers. I'll name one of the pair, you name the other. And we'll start with Nepean and Jacques. Hamlet.
Ophelia.
That's right, for 10 points. Julius Caesar. Brendan?
Calpurnia.
That's right. Ian? Desdemona.
Othello.
That's right. And Chris, Ferdinand. No answer? Half points for Angela.
Beatrice.
It was Miranda. Now for Lisgar, Ian, Anthony.
Cleopatra.
That's right. Yancy, Beatrice. Half points for Brendan. It was Benedict. Josie, Kate. No answer, Ian.
Petruchio.
That's right. And finally for Angela, Brutus.
Portia.
That's right, for 10 points. Back into open competition for both teams, and the subject is politics. These questions all relate to Western Canadian politics. On October 16th, 1989, Alberta held its first ever election for the Senate. Brendan.
Stan Waters,
That's right. To what political party? Brendan.
Reform Party.
That's right. And the Reform Party's strength has grown because of frustration with both federal and provincial politicians who are Tories. Who is a Tory premier? Ian? No answer. The Premier of Alberta. Lisgar? Ian?
Getty.
It is Don Getty. And a 40-point snap break to end round two. What league was formed in the 1950s out of the Western Canadian Rugby Football Union and the Big Four? Yancy?
Canadian Football League.
That's right. By law, what officer is the Commander-in-Chief of Canada's Armed Forces? Brendan?
The Governor General,
That's right. Unrelated to the native bird of Antarctica, what extinct bird was the biologist's original, Chris?
The dodo.
No, the biologist's original penguin. Angela?
The Great Hawk.
That's right. And to what Toronto newspaper did Ernest Hemingway contribute before he became successful? Brendan?
Toronto Star,
That is right for 10 points, and there will end round two. Or end round one, rather, with the score dead even in our final game, 125 Nepean and 125 for Lisgar. So let's move right on into round two now with some more scores. First of all, what Canadian sport championship is symbolized by an Englishman's cup but played mostly by Americans? Angela?
Baseball.
No? Nepean? Brendan?
the Grey Cup,
Yes, we'll accept that. Canadian football. Duplicating Magellan's circumnavigation, who captained the Golden Hind on its famous... Ian?
Raleigh.
No, on its famous voyage, Nepean? Ian?
Drake.
That's right. Which English poet laureate wrote, "I must down to the seas again, to the lonely seas"? Angela?
Tennyson.
No. To the lonely seas in the sky. Ian?
Mayfield.
That's right. Which river of eastern Canada is nicknamed the Rhine of America? Ian?
Saint Laurent.
No.
St. Lawrence.
Nepean? Brendan?
the St. Lawrence,
It is St. John River. Now, on to our Who Am I question worth 40 points on the first clue. A druggist and a bookseller. I became a colonel at the beginning of the American Revolution. Who am I? For 40 points. Ian?
Grant.
No. Any answer from Nepean on clue number one, Brennan?
Roosevelt,
No, it was not. In order to rendezvous with General Montgomery's invasion force, I marched my column across the Appalachians from Maine. 30 points, Ian?
Lee.
No. Nepean? Who am I?
Washington.
No, it was not. For 20 points, clue number three. My leadership during the Saratoga campaign of 1777 inflicted defeats on Burgoyne's army at Freeman's Farm and Vimy Heights. Brendan?
Lafayette,
No. Lisgar, my superior Horatio Gates took the credit. Who am I? Ian?
Benedict Arnold.
That's right, for 20 points. All right, back into 10-point questions now, and we're talking about mathematics. The area of circle A is 4 times the area of circle B. How many times larger is the... Ian?
Twice.
That's right. Consider the equation x squared minus pi x plus 2 equals 0. What is the product of all the value x which satisfy this equality? Brendan?
2,
That's right. What is the area of an equilateral triangle with all sides having a length of 2 units? Jacques?
2,
No? Lisgar? Ian?
2 root 2.
No, it is root 3 we were looking for. These questions are all now dealing with Thor. In Scandinavian mythology, who is the father of Thor? Ian?
Odin.
That's right. Who was Thor's wife? Ian?
Sif.
That's right. What day of the week is named for Thor? Ian?
Thursday.
That's right. These questions are all on Western Canadian cities. What settlement did La Vérendrye establish in 1738? Chris?
The Red River Settlement.
No. On the present site of Winnipeg, Lisgar? It was Fort Rouge. Which provincial capital was formerly known as Wascana? Cree for Brendan?
Calgary.
No. Cree for pile of bones, Lisgar? Ian?
Saskatoon.
It was Regina. Named by Northwest Mounted Police Commander McLeod after a relative's home in Scotland, Brendan?
Calgary.
No. What does Calgary mean in Gaelic? Lisgar? It means, Ian?
Mount Gary.
It means Bay Farm. Prior to the arrival of the CPR, Vancouver had been known by a saloon owner's nickname. What was the town called? Yancey.
Gastown.
That's right, for 10 points. Now, we have some pictures to show you. We're going to take a look at some art for these questions. I'll give you a moment to look those over. All right, study picture Z911. This is a work of the 1970s by what Canadian artist, long associated with London, Ontario? Ian?
Alex Colville.
No? Any answer from Lisgar? Angela?
Charles Pasht.
It was Greg Cournot. The painting, called Mariposa 10-Speed, is in the collections of what prestigious Canadian institution? Jacques?
National Art Gallery. Canada.
Will we accept that? Yeah, the National Gallery. What Canadian author wrote about a town called Mariposa? Ian?
Bill Mitchell.
No. Lisgar? Josie?
Stephen Leacock.
That's right, for 10 points. Now let's take a look at picture Z912. His first name was Paul, and he was a Canadian.
Peel.
That's right. Of the great French painters David, Delacroix, and Monet, who was alive when Peel was in Paris in the late 1880s? Ian?
Monet.
That's right. Monet represented what style of painting? Angela?
Impressionism.
That's right. Study picture Z913. This artist was known for the rigid structure of his landscapes. Ian?
Warren Harris.
That's right. And he painted South Shore, Bylot Island. Harris was at the height of his celebrity, a fame which he shared with what band of painters? Ian?
The Group of Seven.
It was. You can put aside the art now and move on to some questions on surrealism. Surrealism grew out of what movement that was based on nonsense and ridicule? Ian?
Dadaism.
That's right. The Disquieting Muses by what painter was a major influence? Ian?
Salvador Dali.
No, a major influence on surrealists. Nepean? It was Giorgio de Chirico. What surrealist painter is also remembered for the film L'Âge d'Or? Ian?
Salvador Dali.
That's right. Let's end round two now with some more snappers. The statement that heat cannot of itself pass from colder to a warmer body constitutes what law? Brent?
First law of thermodynamics.
No? Lisgar? Jothi?
Second law of thermodynamics.
That's right. This former Swedish United Nations Secretary General. Ian?
Doug Hammarskjöld.
That's right. Name the two men who were awarded but declined their Nobel Prizes for literature. Ian?
Boris Pasternak and Alexander Solzhenitsyn.
No? Lisgar, do you have an answer? It was Jean-Paul Sartre and Boris Pasternak. Of the current 6 Nobel Prizes, which was established most recently?
Economics.
That's right, in 1969. And we end round two there to take a look at score. And it's still a close game. Nepean leads by 3 points, 255 to 225. Let's move right on into round three then with some more snappers to decide this game. Famed inventor's middle name was Alva. Ian?
Edison.
It was. What term refers to the total rejection of Christianity by a baptized person? Ian?
Atheism.
No. By a baptized person? Yancey?
Sacrilege.
It is apostasy. What is the adjectival form of a counterpoint, the weaving together of two or more melodies? Angela?
Harmony.
No. Nepean? It is contrapuntal. Name the principal river flowing through the state of Arizona. Ian?
The Colorado.
That's right. Now our second team question, scramble for 5 points. The French and Australian Open are 2 of 4 grand... Brendan?
Wimbledon and the U.S. Open.
No, we're looking for which sport?
Tennis.
Ian? That's right, for 5 points. Lisgar will get the remainder of these questions dealing with tennis. Name either of the other Grand Slam events in addition.
Wimbledon.
Ian? That's right, the other being the U.S. Open. Who ended Bjorn Borg's 5-year string of Wimbledon victories?
John McEnroe.
That's right. And in what tournament teams from different countries play for? Yancey?
Davis Cup.
That is right for 10 points. Well done, Lisgar. And let's move on now to open competition. And these are all three-letter words. Three-letter words. What sort of snake bit Cleopatra? Ian?
An asp.
That's right. What type of ox is native to Tibet? Ian?
The yak.
That's right. Who wrote David Copperfield? Yancey?
Boz.
That's right, Charles Dickens. What is the Spanish word for river? Angela?
Rio.
That's right. Now some questions on physical geography. This type of cloud is commonly called the thunderstorm cloud. Ian?
Cumulus.
No? Nepean? Chris?
Cumulus nimbus?
We're looking for cumulonimbus. Do you accept that, or? No, we don't, okay. What is the name given to an accumulation of wind-blown sand that is piled into distinctive, Joey?
Dune.
That's right. The San Andreas is a good example of what? Ian?
Fault line.
That's right. These questions now deal with ongoing wars. Japan and the Soviet Union are still, in theory, at war. Ian?
The Second World War.
No. Over 4 Soviet-occupied islands in the Japanese archipelago. Habome, Brendan?
Kuril Islands.
That's right. A civil war between rebels and government forces in this Central American country has claimed more than 100,000 lives in the past 3 decades. Brendan?
El Salvador.
No. Business and rebel leaders met in Ottawa in the summer of 1990 to discuss the situation. What country, Ian? It is
Costa Rica.
Guatemala. The United States and the Soviet Union have sent millions of dollars worth of war material to support their sides in the war in what African country and former Portuguese territory? Brendan?
Angola.
That's right, for 10 points. It was reported that Israeli troops killed only 1 Palestinian in the West Bank and Gaza Strip in August 1990, the lowest figure for any month since the Intifada uprising started in December of what year? Ian?
1988.
No. Nepean? Brendan?
1989.
It was 1987. And now we end our school reach final with some more snappers, with the score Lisgar 340 and Nepean 275. In music, what are the various symbols used in the notation of Gregorian chant? They are neumes. What chemical is chiefly responsible for the odor of musk? Ian?
Sulfur.
No. Nepean? Jacques?
Phosphate?
It is Moscone. Who was known as Il Duce? Ian?
Benito Mussolini.
That's correct. Who uncovered the ruins of Troy? Ian?
Schliemann.
That's right. What sort of gem was the Koh-i-Noor? Ian?
A diamond.
That's right, for 10 points. The Book of Nahum prophesies the fall of what city? Ian?
Jerusalem.
No?
Troy.
It is Nineveh. The drug RU486 is colloquially known.
The abortion pill.
That's right. American cyclist achieved 3 Tour de France, Ian?
Greg LeMond.
That's right. Who has Forbes magazine named as the wealthiest man in the world for 4 years, Ian?
The Sultan of Brunei.
No. The richest man in the world, Ian?
Ashman Khashoggi.
No, it is Yoshiaki Tsutsumi. Who has been West Germany's foreign minister since 1974? Brendan?
Genscher.
That's right. John Cassidy has recently become the head of what Toronto-based network? Ian?
CTV.
That's right. What German playwright helped write the Threepenny Opera? Ian?
Bertolt Brecht.
That's right. What name in Canada is given to the sheriff's deputy who is employed to execute judgments? Brendan?
Constable.
No. Lisgar? He is a bailiff. Who became Lieutenant Governor of Ontario in 1985? Brendan?
Lincoln.
No. Lisgar? Josie?
Lincoln Alexander.
That's right. What does the Latin expression in toto mean? Ian?
In total. In conclusion. In
Yes, we'll
everything.
accept that entirely. And finally, which Canadian pilot shot down the famous Red Baron? Brendan?
Billy Bishop.
No, the famous Red Baron in 1918. Lisgar? It was Roy A. Brown. And that brings to an end our school reach final for 1991. The score is correct. Our final score is Lisgar 380 and Nepean 335. So Lisgar wins the 1991 School Reach Championship. Congratulations to them. Nepean, as the runner-up, congratulations to you as well. And thank you for watching School Reach 1991.